Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We are the Wrestling for Life Network, and we thought we would jump on this beautiful winter Friday afternoon and say hello to everyone out there and bring you our Royal Rumble preview, our Royal Rumble predictions. We are going to get into a little bit of a countdown here between myself and Big Nick, and we'll go. Oh, I'm KJ White, by the way. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, we are going to jump into the Rumble. We're going to do some countdowns, and we're first going to focus on who is not announced for the Rumble that we think could be in the Rumble, and then we'll give you predictions for the individual matches. But it's going to be a fun one. Make sure you get in that chat, say hello, give us your Rumble picks, any surprise entrants, any winners, losers, and anything in between. But we're looking forward to this one today. Tonight we are back for SmackDown. Tomorrow we're here for your live coverage of the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a fun one. But without further ado, how are you, Big Nick?
I'm good. I'm good. Well, I was going to just mention, so far we've only had 11 competitors for the men's Rumble announced. We've only had 6 out of the 30 for the women's Rumble. So we've still got a pretty wide open field, which to me is a good thing if we've got a lot of opportunity for some surprise names and some unexpected people to show up.
Yeah, I mean, you and I kind of like asking ye shall receive. So
Right.
I think it's been a good choice by WWE. I know in recent memory, they'll tell you they'll tell you 27 out of 30.
Right.
And I much prefer this, especially with the roster so deep and so much speculation about who could be coming and going. So I like it. I like it. I'm really happy with this choice.
Right.
But
Right.
are you ready to get
hi to the chat real quick?
Yeah, say hi to the chat. Say hi to the chat.
Yeah, Greg, Andy, Crossman, Damon, Keyshawn, everybody. What up? What up? What up? What up? But yeah, sorry. Without further ado.
Yeah, no. So we're gonna get into the Rumble picks. The countdown will pop up on the screen, folks, and I will let you go first. You can pick your first surprise entrant or unannounced entering person, male or female. And once we're cued by the timer, but yes, folks, let us know what you're thinking. And yeah, I can't wait for this Rumble. It's going to be a good one. You got about 25 seconds, so don't worry. To think it out. But
I'm debating if I want to go with a surprise that I think is going to be completely off the radar, or somebody that we kind of think is going to show up here. So
yeah, the world is your oyster, my friend. The world is your oyster. But you're on the clock. Wait for it.
2, 1. Yo, you dealing with the X Factor. I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never get that back.
I'll cross that one on my list.
Yeah.
So you think X
is running the show? He's still the only one actively wrestling. I think it'd just be a nice little nostalgia pop. I don't see him winning, but I think how many legends are we going to really have come back in either Rumble? I feel so. I think he'd be a nice little shout. He'd have a nice little moment. And like I said, all his buddies are already working there, so why not give him an opportunity?
Yeah, why not? Now I know he was dealing with some injuries. We saw him in GCW. So yeah, X-Pac entering the Rumble, number 6.
I could see it.
All right.
Like I said, I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, the clock is back up, folks. The countdown is on. Who am I going to go with? Shit. Ooh. But all right, I'm going to go with Andrade El Idolo. He returns to the WWE. We wondered if it was going to already happen. It had not happened yet, but I'm definitely thinking that Andrade will be back, and we will see X-Pac. The Rumble. Right?
Yeah, we thought he was going to show up on Monday. We thought he was going to show up on a SmackDown. There's still even potential he could show up on tonight's SmackDown for all we goddamn know. We almost now know he's going to be in WWE. It's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of time, and why not bring him back now? Like get it over with, get him in there, and I think it will be nice. I'm looking forward to a big fan.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. 1. Money. I think we get Sasha Banks shows up at the Women's Royal Rumble, I know anybody and everybody's, oh, she's going to AEW. She's clearly going to AEW. I still think that there's the potential she shows up in WWE. It's been all quiet on the Western front, on the Monet front, much like when CM Punk showed back up.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting. A lot of rumbles, and like, I did see that. I don't know if it was real or fake, but that somebody had put out the early like merch spot for her. But people looking at her Twitter, things that are changing, the WWE page. I mean, I've said it. If she's in it, I think she wins it.
Fair enough. Not a bad shout at all. But I think we get very much a back and forth between her and Bayley in the Rumble. Sorry.
There you go. All right, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman.
Brawny the Strowman.
Braun Strowman been on the shelf with a sore neck. Got some fusion surgery. Been talking a lot about when he could come back, when he would be around. I'm wondering if this is the spot the Monster Among Men returns.
It'd be another big name in a big beefy battle royal, and another guy that, if Seth's banged up, etc., you have another guy that you could probably put on Raw or maybe even SmackDown, depending. One of your main event guys.
Yeah, a guy that could be in the main event picture. A guy that, I mean, we've seen it on this channel. When he showed up last time, when he returned, there was a huge spike in interest.
Right. 3, 2. No, I will give in. Glorious.
That is dangerous. Yeah.
I mean, it made me click in my head when you brought up Braun Strowman. I was like, well, man's has been kind of backstage and everything, aging allegedly, all of that. Why not just for the pop, just for being in the Rumble, and then he goes back to being an agent, what have you, however you want to treat it? I think it'd be a hell of a reaction.
Dude, I mean, I didn't even think of it. He's not on my list, which I'm telling you right now, folks, if we're live and that music hits, I'm going to fall out of the chair. Like, like, let's go. That would be amazing.
He'd be out there, Elizabeth.
But yeah, no, here we go. Put me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with I'm better than you and I know it. Definitely not you know it, I know it. But yeah, let's say in a miracle of all miracles. Now, we all know I'm on the record as saying not going to happen. But why not bring MJF in if you could? Even if he's hurt, he can just run in and do a spot. We saw him do a whole match.
I think that's just you trying to one-up me because I knew I was going to get you with the Bobby Roode. So now if MJF shows up, that's when I'll be. You need to call the paramedics. 100% there. Absolutely. If he shows up, and I saw somebody do a fan-made thing, and even still, the palpitations were real, folks.
No, I would imagine. But again, do I think this is going to happen? No. Do I think he's leaving AEW? No. But what if?
Right.
What if?
Well, now I'll go to somebody that I think would be more of a debut-ish, still not exactly. Well, yeah, it'd be a debut, even though we know she's there, is Miss Jade Cargill.
You bastard.
Shows up in the Royal Rumble.
You know that's my pick to win the Rumble.
I know, so I was surprised that she was still not being mentioned yet so far.
I was getting there.
But yeah, right there, you even said it. She's a strong candidate to not only be in the Rumble, but to win the Rumble.
Yeah, a lot of people think it might be too fast, too much of strapping the rocket to her back and getting her into, the main event of WrestleMania right away. So I might be overshooting for sure. But I could definitely see her in the Royal Rumble. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. I think she would have a fantastic run in the Rumble, too, as well. She would be one of those that would be pushing to break the record.
Wow, I'll do another one. Don't you dare be sour. I'm going Big E. There's another guy returning from injury. We recently saw him reunite with the New Day away from wrestling. I know, again, people see stuff on the dirt sheets and they're like, oh, there's no timetable. There's not supposed to be. It's like Sports Illustrated being mad at Triple H right now.
A little bit. Yeah, very true with that. Yeah, I would love to see Big E in there, but again, that's the only thing is he seems the most out of anybody that we've mentioned that's been through that kind of procedure that we still feel like maybe might be on the shelf, a little untouchable here.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, another one that brings a potential gigantic pop to the situation.
Right.
Speaking of that,
Speaking of pops.
pop.
Oh, it's time to rock and roll.
That's the next one on the list.
Fuck
you.
Great minds finish each other's sandwiches. Yes.
You ate my sandwich?
Right?
Yeah, so Trish Stratus, eh?
I think 100%. Yeah, I brought the Canadian out yet. Yeah, we know that she at least wants to still kind of have a bit of a run in WWE, and you can have her be there for the big show. She takes some time off. She comes back for a big show. Absolutely.
All right. I mean, again, it's very possible. And anytime at least C Money will give the Rumble 10 out of 10 because, yes, Trish, why not? Right? But yeah, no, I'd be excited for it. And here we go again. You keep taking them. I got to keep adjusting my list. All right, this time I'm going with a call up. I'm going with Braun Breaker. Here's the Royal Rumble and has a really good showing.
Does it break apart the wolf, whatever they are there? The wolf dogs. There we go. The wolf dogs.
No, I think he can do both. I think he can make his appearance, give him a little bit of love. We've seen him on Raw before. You get him in the Rumble, have him throw some people around, chuck out, Tozawa. And, again, just to kind of, dabble with it. Doesn't mean he's there permanently.
You don't think anyone that goes up in the Rumble, they think instantly that they're going to be called up?
They could be. But I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying. And again, you've seen them before do that transition, like finish up loose ends, in NXT and then make the jump.
Right. Ooh. Oh, let's go. Dun, dun, dun,
All right, I'll give you that one.
Sami Zayn, I mean, he took some time off. We still don't know every exact reason why. Was probably just taking some time off. And we don't know an entire sort of turned timetable. I'll get in words when he could be back, but I think it'd be perfect, especially KO's got a story going on right now. Jay's got a thing going on, going after Gunther with the IC belt. It's the perfect time to blend Sami right back into that.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially with the news about Seth bringing Sami back into the fold. If they can, would be outstanding. A huge baby face. The fans love him. Big pop for him. And now I got to figure out what my next pop is.
Pause.
How about the new leader of Damage Control, Dakota Kai? Another lady coming off, another person coming off the shelf. She's been nursing that knee for quite a while. I feel like she's close. If she's healthy enough, get her in there.
Well, she has said that her timetable for coming back is pretty close here. Now, that would be interesting. Does she win it? Final four? Does the Damage Control storyline play into her elimination? Like, does Bayley accidentally eliminate her? Anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's gonna. They already told Bayley when it comes to the Rumble, you're on your own. We're not going to help you. So potentially at some point in the Women's Rumble, you could have 4 or 5 members of Damage Control in there, and Bayley could be. This is the moment where they say bye, Bayley.
Right. Let's light it up. Miss Punk, Miss AJ Lee is, I would almost say, a guarantee for the Women's Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, I mean the highly rumored. I mean, she's just wrapped up with TNA. We saw her kind of do a goodbye speech in the recent tapings. So yeah, I think this is a slam dunk. I actually think this is an absolute slam dunk.
Wait, do you think I said Trinity when I said AJ Lee?
Oh, you said AJ Lee. My bad. I wasn't even.
Yeah, well, when you're like,
now
she
you know
just
my next pick.
wrapped up with TNA, I'm like, wait, what?
I should actually listen. Yeah, AJ Lee. I think that's.
I mean, do I get a double pick there? I'll take Trinity.
now you know my next pick.
There you go.
Sorry, AJ Lee. What the fuck? AJ Lee would be huge. And I think everything going on with Punk. Why not? Look, I almost missed the countdown. All right, so I'm going Trinity. She just wrapped up with TNA. Her and AJ Lee, Sasha Banks, get them all in there. I'd rather see that than Summer Rae or Michelle McCool or any of the Bellas. I would really prefer to see, AJ Lee would be a nice Legends pop. Trinity Fatu, again, the stories that she's returning, not just for the Rumble, but long term.
Mm-hmm. I very much
JoJo wants Sasha and AJ Lee for his birthday. Pause.
Yeah.
JoJo?
I'm sure many guys do, but yeah, I think it's fantastic of how many big names we're already talking about that haven't even been announced that we almost think guaranteed to show up and not even debatable for winning it, all of that. 2, 1. Speaking of the Women's Royal Rumble, Mickie James. I've been calling for this woman to show up in WWE for the longest time here. You might need to change the thing.
Oh, we do.
There, but yeah, I think going back to talking about TNA knockouts, I know she's now got a position with OVW. I very much think that Mickie James Hardcore Country could show up in WWE, and then she'll be there with hubby. We get her and Fallon Henley playing Softcore Country.
Softcore Country in NXT, maybe. Yeah, Mickie. We talked about her last year. Her making an appearance seems possible. We know she's doing work with OVW, but why not? Why not?
Right.
Get her in there. She's a legend. I love her. So let's do this. But speaking of doing this, countdown is back on. I think we only got a few more to go. So
fair enough.
I'm stealing from you this time, and I'm going to have a Tiffany Epiphany at the Royal Rumble. Let's go, Tiffany Stratton. She'll get in there. We saw her battles with Becky this past year. Let's go.
I didn't even think that would be possible. I didn't even have her on my radar of being.
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly.
Let's go, Tiff.
Yeah, she'll Tiffany Epiphany everywhere. Pause.
They like to show off, especially with the ladies roster. I mean, nowadays they have like 40 plus. It's a little deeper than it used to be, but they like to show off a couple NXT talents, right? So,
well, you do feel like at least for them to fill out a 30-woman Royal Rumble, you got to dip at least a bit from NXT there.
Yeah, and I'd rather NXT talent again, other than some of the legends they bring back just for it to be chucked again.
Right. Oh, now I'm trying to think.
It's getting nitty gritty here.
I know, I'm getting thrown off here. You know what? Screw it. You reached and mentioned MJF and mentioned this person, that person. I'll take Kazuchika Okada. Shows up in the Royal Rumble.
Okay. Now, people are instantly going to point out that his contract's not done till the end of the month, but he ain't doing shit. So why not?
But he's also still doing good faith shows with New Japan after his contract's up and everything as well. So it maybe could be one of those of you scratch my back because I'm scratching your back.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, again, if you're going to bring him in and you want people to get to know him, throw him in the Rumble. Have him chuck a few people out. Have him come in and throw Shinsuke out. Instantly kick that off. And then he doesn't have to make that stop in NXT that we've debated.
Right.
Oh,
maybe even squares up with like a Cody or anything like that.
Very interesting. The Japanese Cody against the American Cody. Right? All right. This one I don't want to see, but can you smell what The Rock is cooking at the Rumble?
Oh. If you smell
I don't know. I don't want this. I really don't. I don't think The Rock needs to win the Rumble to get to Roman. I'd be really disappointed. People are like, oh, he's just going to use his power. He's The Rock. He doesn't need to use anything. He's just The Rock. He shows up and you put him where he wants to go. But, yeah, I could see him in it. I really don't want him to win it. Put him in it and have the Bloodline people throw him out.
We'll have Solo and Jay and everybody just jump him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I really think that. But a lot of people think he might be, 29 or 30 in the Rumble this year.
If he's in, does he not have to win? I think that's a sign that we ran through our predictions.
Yeah, we are absolutely out of some honorable mentions, I guess. Omos, number 10 being Sean Spears.
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger returns. Mr. Kennedy was put in the chat. So,
well, Keyshawn mentions Cardona. Cardona is not a bad shout. Literally, if we were about to go, that was probably I was gonna steal, and that would have been my next one.
yeah, Matt Cardona is an interesting one because every major pay-per-view like this, he starts trolling all the fans. He starts putting up like Zack Ryder memories and shit, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!"
Right.
Zach's a good shout. I mean, Zach. Zach Cardona could possibly return. Yes.
Or what about Alexa Bliss?
I think very possible. I think she had her baby 4 months ago, guys. She might still be doing the mat leave thing.
Yeah, well, I think she's right around with FAB with Carmella. So I think they're both, still kind of on that maternity leave thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she could say to the hubby, hold the baby for a night, but we'll see.
Yeah, but JoJo, I like this one. Liv Morgan. She's got to come out to "I'm locked up, won't let me."
I just want to see the smoke machine kick into high gear.
It's the LIV.
Yeah, no, Liv Morgan. I'm mad that we missed that. I see Christopher says Raquel Rodriguez. I don't know where she's at with her health right now, to be 100% honest with you, Chris. Again, another big mainstay in the women's division. Mm-hmm. But she is currently, when your skin hurts, I don't think you want to be sweating and in the ring and taking bumps.
That's the good thing, is to be around 29 other people. That's really, contact all the time when your skin hurts, like you said. That's really what you want. But yeah, you want to make sure she's okay before we worry about a pop or anything.
Yeah. JoJo, she's definitely getting the 420 pop on this one. Right? It'd be
Absolutely.
Funny. The music comes on and it's like, bro, but she comes out.
He's got to at least get the fucking Ric Flair drip, poof cloud now that's become infamous ever since the Tampa Bay game there.
How about Sheamus? Now, Sheamus is a name I felt like we should have said. Sheamus was supposed to be back. It was rumored he was coming back in December. Yeah, Sheamus making this 100% seems sensible. I could really see this happening and him actually being like one of the last 5, 6.
Fair enough. Well, that's the thing that makes this great, and we talked about it both on men's and women's, is we can name off 5 people, and there's still another 5 that we haven't named that could either be a surprise entrant or be even in the finals to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, what I do, again, when we know there's 27, and again, we're going to get probably Chad Gable, Tozawa, R-Truth.
They are announced.
Have they announced some of those?
So I can read off everybody who's announced for the Rumbles. I'm sorry, I like this from JoJo. A 420 chance since it happened in Florida.
Even
they'd be in Florida. Cody, Punk, Nakamura, Lashley, McIntyre, Gunther, Gable, Otis, Tozawa, Kofi Kingston, Damian Priest are all current, according to Wikipedia.
Those other peeps?
Announced on WWE's YouTube channel is when the Alpha Academy got in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they should have left them out.
They did that
out of the Rumble, but out of the announcement.
Well, They were just there that way. It was a YouTube thing, so it was probably just there for the social media clicks.
Yeah. I want Bo Dallas. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get to it, but I wanted Bo Dallas.
Does he come back as Uncle Howdy, or does he come back as "You Gotta Bo Leave"?
He doesn't come back as Bo Leave. I don't know if that he comes back exactly like Uncle Howdy. I really wanted to come back in some other form.
Ms. Taraj Bo Dallas?
No, more like
B team, go.
Yeah, no, I think his Rotunda. Yeah, he's gonna keep on the legacy, but that creepy carnival mask might work.
Fair enough.
All right,
sorry, I was just gonna name off the women that have been announced for the women's Rumble. Bailey, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Bianca, Maxine, and Ivy Nile.
Oh, they added Maxine and Ivy Nile. All right. Stop announcing shit. Eric Redbeard is another one, real quick. Heath Slater. I don't know about Heath. That'd be interesting.
He's got kids, damn it.
He's got kids. He's gonna get chucked quick though.
Yeah.
Big Dog from the chat enters at 30. There you go. All right. Now, quickly, we'll run into the predictions for the 4-match card, which is weird. I feel like they're going to add a match, or that it's got to be something, right?
That or the Rumbles gotta get a lot of time. You could have hour-long Rumbles.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But that means, yeah, or they're going to let them all cook, I suppose.
Think about it. We've been saying this whole time, they haven't announced a ton of people that are in it. There's huge implications. There's a lot of people that are viable potential winners for all of this. So there's
Mhm.
absolutely, you got to let them cook.
3MB reunion in the ring. I'm in. Do it. Do it. It'd be so funny. They just all look at each other odd, like
Right.
Rikishi. No, I just made that one up.
It could
Um,
happen though. I like Keyshawn's. I was gonna pick
Cat.
him, but I was gonna say more of her commentary versus being in the Rumble.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, definitely. I mean, again, if he ran out and did a spot in the Rumble, I mean, he's athletic enough if he wants to, but I don't know. I don't. We'll
I'd
see.
rather get back to you got a three-man booth of, him, Michael, and Corey, and they're
Mhm.
calling the Rumble. I like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Robert will be watching Collision with 5 other people, so enjoy, Robert. Enjoy.
Hey, we'll be watching Collision too and just be
Yes,
in
we
the
will.
distant peripheral.
Well, we got to watch the elimination cage match, which still by proxy makes no sense.
Anyways.
We won't get into that. Okay, US title will be on the line. Logan Paul, who just signed an extension with the WWE for the record,
Mhm.
who recently, as of yesterday, got in a scrap with KO at the Performance Center, is defending his US title against Kevin Owens. Nick, what are we going to do with this one?
Oh, you want me to predict first? Is this because you are potentially in the match? You might be, playing doppelganger here. I'll take Kevin Owens to win this match. I could see the potential of we get a tag match at WrestleMania 40 of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Logan and Jake Paul.
Damn, that's interesting. That's interesting. And it's oddly enough, I'm taking Logan Paul to win this one.
That's exactly what Kevin Owens would want you to say.
Yeah. No, you know what? Logan just signed that extension, but I also think that him having the belt and having someone like KO and the baby faces chase him around is more intriguing than KO winning it again at this point, I think, unless they have plans. Like if KO is going to take on maybe LA Knight at Mania, but I think it's Logan Paul, LA Knight Mania.
Fair enough. That's not a bad shout because you do have to incorporate everything with Logan Paul. He's always got that belt on his podcast now. He's, doing much more wrestlers on his podcast as well. He just had John Cena. I think he's had Roman on there. So he's very much going to be that mutual tie-in. So I think there's a potential that they could keep it on him because of that, multimedia intrigue there, that
Yeah.
outside of the wrestling world intrigue.
Yeah, and I know people are like, "Well, he's just a part-time champion, and it's a part-time, but it is what it is." He's bringing eyes to the belt completely. He makes it like we had a whole tournament to figure out who was going to go after him. So to me, yeah, it fits. It makes sense. And in a company that's trying to bring more and more eyes to wrestling, he's helping one way or the other.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, now the big title. Speaking of part-time champion, the other title. Fatal four way, which I know when it happened, we weren't thrilled. However, it's still a very intriguing match. This match could go for 45 minutes when we're talking about how long the night, only 4 matches on this show, you know, they could go for a while in this fatal four way. Lots
That's
of
the
intrigue.
Yeah, you can give all these matches some time to cook. Hey, Tony, take notice. Instead of 14 matches, sometimes you can get away with only doing 4. Um,
Quality over
but
quantity.
exactly, I'm taking 100% again. Perfect that you said that. Quality over quantity. I'm going very much one Romulus Roman Reigns retains.
Yeah, you know what? I hate to be agreeable on this one, but I can't imagine. I don't even know if Roman's going to lose his belt at Mania. Like, I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah,
This is up in the air. We're
this
talking
man
about,
is Thanos.
yeah, we may never beat this guy. He might, just keep the belt, just go home with all the belts. Yeah, Roman Reigns wins. There's potential for storyline as whether it's AJ and Randy or AJ in LA or Randy in LA that will spin out of this. I'm curious, with everything up in the air and flux and not knowing what's going on with Seth and not knowing who wins the Rumble, it'll be very curious what happens with Roman. Will he take on The Rock? But yeah, there's no way Roman's losing the belt, 8 weeks before Mania.
Not no way, not no how, not any type of way, any sort of way. 100% Roman Reigns retains.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one for sure. Now we look at the women's Royal Rumble. We might actually in the graphic be looking at the final four, to be honest. But
I was gonna say, do we want to pitch a final four, or do we want to just pick a winner here?
You can pitch a final four. You're gonna make me think, but yeah.
Well, no, because to me the final four is still super up in the air because you've got AJ Lee, I think, could be in there. You've got Jade, who could be in there. You've got Sasha, who could be in there. You've got Bayley, who could be in there. I'll say that's my final four.
What was the final four?
AJ,
I thought you were just surmising.
Yeah, a little bit too, but because I'm also halfway to remember because I know me and Anthony talked about this last night on Thursday, so I'm trying to make sure I'm picking the same people and keep consistency. AJ Lee, Jade Cargill, Bayley, Sasha. So big gamble on my final four because three of those four haven't been announced.
Yeah, and I'm kind of there with you actually, but Bayley, Becky for sure. Bayley, Becky. Yeah, see, I said Jade's going to win it or Sasha's going to win it. I kind of is that the four you picked?
The difference.
Oh, you got AJ. You got AJ.
You got AJ instead of Becky.
Yeah, I'm going to go Becky will be in the final four. AJ being in the Rumble, I don't think. I mean, I think she'll hang around for a hot minute, but then out she goes. Yeah, that's my final four. And I've been on the record. I'm just going to be stupid about it. And either Sasha or Jade are winning this Royal Rumble.
Oh, so you're taking two. You're taking a two.
I'm taking one. I'm taking Jade, but I don't know what's happening. She might not even be in it. It'll be 2 years in a row. The person I picked wasn't in the Rumble.
Hey, I took a gamble in my four of my final four. I had a Woo Wings moment. Okay, aren't even announced for the Rumble, but I think Bayley, Sasha, Jade eliminate AJ, Bayley and Sasha eliminate Jade. We get down to Bayley and Sasha. They have their kind of Tommaso Ciampa, chuck them over. Bayley wins.
Okay. My only I almost see I'm almost curious. Would that hinder the theory is that Bayley's going to end up babyface sooner than later, and them I don't know how it would work out unless they hug it out and then. I feel like there's something brewing between Becky, Bayley, maybe Naomi, against Damage Control.
That's valid. I was almost wondering if do you put Sasha with Damage Control, but Damage Control is already kind of filled. But yeah, that's very valid, very valid. But I do overall take Bayley winning the Royal Rumble.
So you're taking Bayley. Bayley's a really good shout. A lot of people have kind of convinced me of Bayley as of late. But Nia Jax is a front runner for sure. Shut up, Austin. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Jade. Where else are we going? Tonight is going to be a good show, and tomorrow is going to be a great show. 100%. And I saw our Bama. It's still working. Don't worry, Bama. We're coming back later.
Right.
This is just a tease.
Pause.
All right. Last but not least, my guy, so we can, go have supper and such before we got to do this again.
Right.
But the men's 30 I doubled up. The 30 men battle Royal Rumble. Thank you. There you
go.
We are live.
But so who do you have in your final four?
Oh, final four, the men's Royal Rumble. Cody Punk.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
This is going to come down to how many of those surprises we believed in.
Yeah, Cody Punk, Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, who's the fourth last one? Gunther.
I have the exact same. I said it last night too. I have the exact same.
Okay.
I know because I remember this one specifically because me and Anthony kept going back and forth because he's not a fan of Cody or Punk, but I had this exact final four. He took Gunther to win.
Yeah, Anthony has been champion Gunther versus Roman, Gunther, in a big picture for a long time. And you can see why. I mean, Anthony's not wrong in the idea that Gunther could win all of this, right? It could be belt versus belt at Mania.
Right.
Very intriguing, especially with Seth being injured. Part of me wondered if there was some finagle, like, Rollins shows up at Mania, gets jumped in the back, and Damian cashes in
Right.
the back and then has to defend. I don't know. But a lot of people kind of in the same vein as us.
Literally picking the exact same. I just wonder if they're copying off each other's homework here.
Well, again, I think you're a little skeptical. Again, you don't know who's going to show up. If Okada shows up, does he make it to the final four? If Braun Breaker could be one of the last four if he does show up, but we're uncertain. Yeah,
I'm more confident in my predictions for surprise entrance in the women's Royal Rumble than I am in the men's Royal Rumble.
100%. I'm with you on that for sure. X-Pac, if he's there, he's not gonna.
I was just taking shots.
No, I mean, and again, we saw that leaked list that X-Pac was on it. His connection to Triple H. It makes sense.
You caught me.
You can put him in the sixth spot and have him hang around for 10 minutes or so and then get chucked out by whoever. And we go
Gunther. There's his big fucking moment right there. That starts the warpath of Gunther.
Yeah. And I know, I mean, things may be changing on the card because originally Gunther's potential opponent, that's up in the air right now. So.
Done.
Very interesting. Cody and Punk, Drew, Gunther. So a lot of people now, again, Sammy, top 5 maybe.
Hanging around. Final 10, final 15.
Final 15, halfway there.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh.
Right.
But so no, for me, it goes. I can't remember exactly. I think it was Cody eliminates Gunther, Punk eliminates Drew. Then you get a little bit of that tease, that back and forth between Cody and CM Punk, like we got teased on Monday Night Raw, and then Punk eliminates Cody.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think, there'll be, maybe they work together to get rid of Gunther. I actually think with Bonkers, that's one of my predictions for this, is that Jey Uso will chuck out Gunther
That's
in the Rumble.
Not a bad show.
Because I love that idea. Plus, they kind of put him in that, they kind of put Jey in the Big E spot as they're feuding with Imperium. I wonder if that plays out. Jey Uso versus Gunther for the IC title at Elimination Chamber or Mania works extremely well.
Absolutely. I think you've talked about that specifically about that maybe being the match instead of Jey versus Jimmy.
Yes. I mean, I would love Jey versus Jimmy, but right now I just don't know how they're going to get it back there. So,
right.
But Jey versus Gunther, the big, ring general taking on the, the energetic, the kind of polar opposite of Gunther. It's a real nice story sitting there for them.
Right. As Bam is saying, I feel like Jay's being overlooked for the Final Four. Punk for the win. Punk for the win. So,
yeah,
your prediction, at least, for winner of the men's Royal Rumble.
I've been saying it's Punk. I can't imagine. I mean, again, the good news about this Rumble is of the 5, 6, 7 people we talked about, it would all be good. It'd all be great. The only person that cannot win the Royal Rumble, actually, there's probably 2, but I won't talk about one of them. They, you just remove the B. You you remove the B from the name I'm about to say, but or add the B. But The Rock in particular, if he enters the Rumble and wins, I'll throw some shit at my TV. I'll be very disappointed. But if you surprise me and Drew steals this somehow, if Gunther wins it, I'll be content. But I'm definitely leaning CM Punk. It just makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's definitely at least going to come down to Cody versus Punk. That's your final 2. That's your 1A, 1B of who should win this. What?
I want them to go in 1-2.
Oh, can Philip last that long though?
Sure, he can lay in a corner for 15 minutes or so.
My guy, this man can't jump into the ring and not break a heel or something like that. So let's still make sure we're, work him in too fast here because he's only had 1 match.
Yeah, no, but I mean, again, that's he's been working out. He's been at the PC. He's doing his thing. And, I mean, Ric Flair, later in his, life came along and you won a Rumble. And again, a workhorse, we get it. But there's a lot of spots where, you can kind of just chill in the corner and catch his breath and work in spurts.
I think he comes in like 27.
No, you got to get him in early. Cody's got to be in super early. He can't come in late and win it.
Cody's a guy I could see coming in number one. I think Punk's one of those that he comes in last minute, and it would be apropos and fitting because it's same thing. Cody's been there. Cody's been working through the whole thing to finish his story, and you get CM Punk that shows up at the back end, and just you can have that. There you go. See, there's layers to this shit.
That's apropos as hell of like survive everybody, being there for an hour, and you're right there about to finish your Rumble story, and someone chucks you out. Woo! I like it.
Right.
But folks, we are back tonight. We got SmackDown. We got Rampage. And then we are back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Set an alarm, set a reminder, click the little bell. Join us. We're going to have all the snacks, the goodies, and the feel good. It's going to be a good one. Lots of good. But, make sure you're here with us. It's going to be fun. Can't wait for it. Big Nick, it's a pleasure as always, sir.
Absolutely. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you're going to put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Tonight, 7:30 p.m. Don't be late.